Hey, 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 if there's anyone out there, we are live. At the moment, I don't think there is anybody. Plus, I'm looking on my phone to see if we actually are live, and we don't seem to be showing yet.
Mine says live for 15 seconds already.
Uh,
Wait, I just got a YouTube notification, so let me see.
yeah, I've clicked on. I'm just.
Yeah, it is. Watch live now. Sleepy Reader 666. It's live.
Well, if anyone's there, I think the only one viewing at the moment is me under my other YouTube guys. But anyway, I am here with Garage Geek, the famous YouTuber, also known as David, and he is. How hot is it in your garage now? You don't have air conditioning.
Oh, it's bad. So I was out most of the day, being really, really bad. So you're gonna see what I bought. But as soon as I came home, I was like, ugh. Like it's hot in my garage, and it's hot in Los Angeles, and so I've got something cold to drink in my brand new glass that I bought today. I was very happy to get this. I love these. Hi, Alyssa.
Hey, Elisa.
Elisa.
Very good to see you. Glad we have an audience. I'm out of beer. I'm drinking this
I didn't say it was
protein
beer
drink.
now.
Oh, sorry. I was assuming it was beer. I'm drinking this boring kind of protein drink.
I know I'm a teacher, so I didn't show anything because I'm always paranoid about that. Which I mean,
But
it's
you're not
vacation.
on your channel. You show beer on your channel, right? Or have you not?
No, I've never done that. I just shown beer cans, never anything open. And so this is lemonade, everyone.
Okay. Well, you say some kind of risque things on your channel for a teacher.
I do.
Hey, it's my good buddy Travis, who I think he might be with his daughter in New Mexico by now, or at least he's camping out in New Mexico.
I bet it's hot there.
He's about to become a grandfather.
Wow.
So that's very exciting.
Don't wrap that kid in.
Well, it may be just as hot here in Oregon. He's from Oregon originally, but he travels around in his sex van.
Yeah.
How many things could I say to try to get you fired from your job?
At this point, I kind of wanna. I'm so ready to retire. I'm just like, bring it on.
Well, we want to make sure that you do get your retirement pension.
Yeah. I want to say I love your shirt.
Yes, I'm still only 35 cents.
And that's the era when I started buying myself.
Right.
Read them before, so that
I wonder. That's probably, I'm guessing, around 76 or so. 76, 77.
I would have been 10, 11, 10. Yeah, around then. I'm sure I bought before that, but that's what I remember. It's still only 35 cents. ABQ.
He's near Albuquerque. He's just outside Albuquerque, hanging out at a casino RV park. That's an interesting combo. Waiting for the new addition to arrive. So maybe staying out from under his daughter's feet, but wanting to be nearby.
Yeah. I'm laughing because I didn't know that ABQ was Albuquerque.
Well, I am more attuned into the fact that he would be in Albuquerque.
Yeah.
Because I already knew that's where
I've actually been to Albuquerque. It was nice.
I only know Albuquerque from a Partridge Family song that I liked as a kid. Because I'm younger than you, older than you. The Partridge Family was my first exposure to rock and roll.
Yeah. I watched it in reruns. I think my older brother or sister really liked it. So.
How old's your oldest sibling?
So I'm the youngest of 6, and all of us are 3 to 4 years apart, and there's 6 of us.
So you have siblings around my age then?
Yeah, my oldest sibling is about 20 years older than me, a little bit more.
Wow. Oh, even more than my age then.
Yeah. So I'm 56, 70. Yeah.
And they're all still alive?
No, one isn't, but yeah, the other ones are.
So you don't normally go to a comic book store on New Comic Book Day, but you did today.
I did, and this is the reason I don't, because I spent $150.
Wow.
And
that was on one comic. No,
and I was just like crapping my pants because that's why I don't go to, because I can't put some of these comics down, I mean, I start looking at the gorgeous art.
Yeah.
And in fact, I really wanted that Bear King Prince comic that
I'll send you my copies. I'll send you my copies.
Because the art is stunning.
It is. Yeah.
And they didn't have, the only reason I didn't buy it is they didn't have issue 1. And so I put it down. So yeah, I'm like, I really wanted that one. But yeah, you don't seem to like it. So it's probably.
Well, I like the art, but I do get irritated when I can't understand the story. It's like a thing. I should just enjoy it for the art since it was just 3 issues, but but also you'll probably be able to find it in cheap bins in a while.
Not if it's sold out. Like they did not have a copy of issue 1.
Yeah, but a few years from now, copies will turn up and no one will want it.
Yeah.
At least that's standard fare for indie comics. I mean, a lot of Marvel and DC comics too, but even more so indie comics that they get completely forgotten after a few years.
Yeah.
Most of them. Well, I went to 2 comic book stores. I used to go to 3 every Wednesday, but one of them has kind of crapped out as a comic book store or as a new comic book store.
Wow.
But so we're gonna, for those who are watching, there's now 7 people watching. Well, one of them's me, so 6 people watching. We're gonna do this. This is gonna be a Garage Geek style haul. So it's gonna include records and books, not playing cards, but trading cards, record albums, and comic books.
Yeah, I can show a crossword puzzle book if you want.
One that you're gonna keep pristine, I hope.
Oh no, this one is all trash. I get in this all the time. I
wonder if there are people out there who collect those and put them in a bag and board and never touch them. There's probably somebody who collects everything out there.
That's weird though, because these are books that you have to write in.
Unless you don't write in them.
I know, but I really would want to know what's the point.
Yeah, but other people think what's the point in other kinds of collecting too. So I'm just guessing there's someone out there who just
buys them and keeps them.
Or maybe buys 1 copy to write in and 1 copy to save.
Okay. I'm going to have to say that person is insane. Whoever that person, I'm sorry. If you hear this and you're out there, but you're officially not insane. Wouldn't that be like having some kind of collecting disease? Yeah.
Well, I just made that person up. So
but
my imaginary person.
There's someone out there, and they're most likely there could be.
This conversation has cost us 3 viewers.
They're gone.
So why don't you show a few comic books, and then I'll to sort of get things the other way around. I'll then show a few record albums, which I never show on.
Okay. I just wanted to say that one of my YouTubers really loves this book, and so I went ahead and bought it yesterday, and I'm going to jump into it, and we're going to be doing a live stream at a certain point to discuss parts of this. So wish me luck. I mean, look at this thing. It's a huge door stopper.
So is it a live stream that other people who've read it can join, or just the 2 of you?
We're just no.
So it'll be an open live stream. So if you have read Infinite Jest or want to read Infinite Jest, do you know when this will be?
No, he's going on vacation this week, and so it wouldn't be for at least maybe 2 weeks.
So you have 2 weeks to read that 1,200 page book? Or?
No, we're gonna break it down to like every 100 pages or something like that.
Oh, okay.
Just to keep me motivated to keep going. All right, so I have 5 comics. So I'll just show those 5 comics. So the first comic that I have is, you're gonna love this one. I picked up number 2 of Into the Unbeing. Now we both had issues with this comic about the writing. When I covered the issue 1, I kind of skimmed over some of the problems because I loved the art so much and I was interested in where it was going. But it does have writing issues, and I'm wondering if that's going to continue this issue. And I'm just hoping that the art is going to be as good as the first issue. So this
I really did like the art a lot, except for that. Remember that double page spread where you couldn't see anything?
In my first one, everything was clear. That? No, everything was clear. I remember there was a sandstormy type page.
I thought there was a double page reveal, and it was like just of a ravine. And
Well, there was a mouth, and then like there was a ravine, and there was a little person standing on top,
right,
overlooking the whole valley. And then it showed like this creature is like a body that rises up out of the desert, but it's a geological formation that they have to enter. It's very strange, and it was giving me all kinds of Annihilation vibes. So I was kind of into it.
I think one commenter on my video said that it was practically plagiarism of Annihilation.
I really got strong Annihilation vibes from it.
I haven't read Annihilation yet.
Did you watch that HBO cartoon show? I forget what it's called, where they go to a foreign, like they go to a planet, and the planet, it's like the organisms of that planet like warp your DNA, and they like get into you, and I forget what that show is called.
No, I missed that.
Oh my gosh, it's so good.
I don't watch much TV that my wife or daughter don't want to watch.
It's a very short, it's only like 6 or 8 episodes, but man, is that a good cartoon. And it's an adult cartoon. It's on, I believe, HBO. So the next one I got, this is one that I missed when it came out, and I actually looked for it for a while, and it was sold out everywhere. So this is a facsimile edition of Marvel Family #1, and I went into the shop, and it was just sitting there. And it's one of those things where you can't believe your luck, because I thought I was going to have to wait for a while and pay, $10 or $15 for it at a convention when I finally went. But I was so happy to be able to get this. I love my facsimile editions.
Yeah, I wouldn't pay a lot for those. I mean, I think you can eventually find them for cover price. I wouldn't pay over cover price. Anyway, you got it for cover price, so that's good.
Yeah. I don't know if I just want it. And I'm like, I want these facsimile issues. I think they're so cool. I bought this one, Inebrio Horse Feathers. It looks like a one-shot from this Bad Idea. And I love it.
Oh, Bad Idea. Oh, my goodness.
And it's all like, I don't know what you say, glossy there. I was intrigued. It's so weird and quirky. And the art
Who's
style.
Who's it by?
Drawn and written by Tony Millionaire. That can't be right.
There's a well-known sort of alternative comics artist named Tony Millionaire.
Okay, well, you just put me in my place.
But I'm letting you know it's not a fake. I mean, I suppose it is a fake name, but he's a well-known amongst people who like, Fantagraphics books and things like that.
Yeah, so I just thought this looked really fun and quirky, and it's a one-shot, so I went ahead and grabbed it.
Was it very expensive? Because some of those Bad Ideas are way overpriced.
$3.99. Yeah, so typical. Drinking Crow fame. Oh, I don't know that one.
Is that what maybe something Tony Miller? I think he had a comic strip in some alternate newspapers, alternative, those weekly free newspapers and stuff.
So I'll read that one. I'll let you know how it is. The next one I got was this.
Yeah, I've read that one.
Is it good?
It's got great art, and it's very interesting. A lot of it is talking heads telling you the story.
Yeah. And there's like Elvis Presley, Steve McQueen, Frank Sinatra.
Right.
It's just all these. As soon as I picked it up and saw that, I was like, this is just so strange. This is not the typical comic that I would buy. But I'm really being influenced by you showing all your indie comics.
Well, I definitely talked about that one. It's another one that's kind of for the Fantagraphics crowd. But I thought it was fun. It was worth reading. Definitely worth reading. Another high-priced one, like $8 or something.
Oh, that one? No, it was $5.99. I think wasn't so bad. Yeah, right there, $5.99.
Oh, that's wrong.
And 2 more. I bought this Crocodile Black because the 3rd issue had amazing art, and I was going to grab all 3, but I thought, why buy all 3 if you don't like the first one? So I put the other 2 back. The art does look pretty good in this issue too.
Yeah, I remember I liked the first issue, and now I can't remember what it was about. It was kind of a horror story, I think.
And the last one was another one I never thought I'd get. They had 1 copy, and the guy told me it's pretty much sold out. And I've heard bad things about it, but I'm a big fan of Gold Key, and
Right.
this is like a new series. I don't know if they're going to have more.
Someone bought the rights to Gold Key and has brought that out, but I haven't even seen it in my shops. I've heard people talk about it.
Yeah, the interior art is not great.
Subpar.
So we'll see. But the weirdest thing about this is there's no price on it anywhere.
Wow.
And so we were like looking, he was like, he didn't know what to charge me. This is the best part of the comic right there.
So what did he charge you? Do you know?
He said, I'll charge you a regular price. So I'm sure he charged me
like $3.99.
Okay, probably not. Yeah.
Because it probably is one of those ones that's, more expensive just because it's so obscure.
Yeah. All right. So those were my 5 comics. Everything else I got were magazines.
Now I will show, let's see. It's weird how I can make myself big and still include you, but I can't do the same with you.
Yeah, you need the
full... Gary. Good to see you.
Gary, I think you need the full program to do that. Someone told me that.
That's probably
Larry
what I
told me
want
that.
to pay. So have you ever heard of the Bridge City Sinners?
No.
I haven't even taken the plastic wrap. I need to reset up my turntable, so I haven't taken the plastic wrap off these. It's someone I discovered on YouTube, and they're actually from Portland, although I've never seen them play. And they're kind of like a cross between, I don't know, oldie-fashioned folk music and punk rock or something. I mean, that's not a great description of them, but
I want to see the cover again.
A large group of young musicians here in Portland.
It's an interesting cover art.
Bridge City Sinners is their name, and the name of this, Here's to the Devil, is the name of this album.
Wow. Why are they Satanists?
So I don't think they are. But their other album's called Unholy Hymns. So I was really enjoying them on YouTube. I need to play these albums. That's a nice back of the cover. See the
that is cool
turntable with the demonic hands coming out of it.
Yeah, that's cool.
Songs like The Devil's Swing, Rock Bottom, Pick Your Poison, Devil Like You, Love of Mine. I think it's, judging from what I saw on YouTube, I think it's kind of tongue-in-cheek in terms of the musical themes. And another group I discovered on YouTube is this sort of cross between punk and the Corettes, cross between punk and sort of girls group music from the 50s. So it's just this woman and this man who's the percussionist. She does all the singing and plays all the other instruments. And,
that one looks fun.
She's from Brazil and he's from Denmark, but they're married, so that's interesting.
That looks really fun.
I'd like to. I think they mostly tour Europe and Brazil, but I would like to see them in concert someday.
Are there any cover songs on that? You know?
I don't think so. I don't recognize the names of any of them.
Oh, okay.
I Want You Like a Cigarette. Nighttime, The Boy of Mine. Oh, and they have a song called Ringo, a tribute to Ringo Starr, I guess. Ringo. Trash Can Honey, Misfits and Freaks, Too Late to Say I'm Sorry, Edge of My Nerves, Cry, Cry, Cry. So yeah, I don't know. But they brag about this being in mono, which I find amusing.
Back in mono. That one actually looks like a lot of fun, more so than the Satanists.
And then, so an entire year ago, I saw this guy, Delgris. He's a French African. So he lives in Paris, and he has this sort of blues band, very powerful blues band with some African stuff mixed in and lyrics in French and stuff. That's weird. It lists side A, B, and C, but no side D. So I need to open these up. But he was really fantastic in concert, so I'm looking forward to it.
Usually when they do that, side D will have some kind of etching.
Oh, okay.
So it won't be playable.
It does say bonus track, so maybe side D will have the bonus track.
I don't know. I bet there's an etching. It might be something artistic that you'll wanna share later.
Okay, and one last album, the Linda Lindas.
Oh my gosh,
Are you
Josie and the
familiar with
Pussycats.
them?
I
Are you
think
familiar?
I've heard of them.
They're a punk rock band that got some fame, and they were all middle school girls.
Oh,
They could be your students, I suppose.
I guess.
Three of them are Asian, and I think one is Hispanic. They're from LA,
Wow.
but you would have heard of them if they were at your school, I think.
Definitely.
So they're a really fun punk band, pop punk, of course. And I think they were featured in some movie by some well-known director, but I can't remember now.
I'm wondering if I seem to remember it might be a Tarantino movie, the one where Kill Bill, when it sounds familiar.
No. This is too recent to be in Kill Bill.
Okay.
This album is from 2022.
Oh.
So, and their big hit might have come out a year before on as a single. It's called "Racist Sexist Boy."
So I guess you like punk.
Yes.
Yeah, the records I'm going to show.
Or punk. I like punk mixed with other styles, actually. Punk inflected, like the Pogues or something.
Yeah.
So yeah, those are my albums that I've been collecting over 12 months. That's how many albums I bought.
Wow.
So I don't match the Garage Geek in album.
No, I bought 20 today. So I have magazines to show, but one of them is the Penthouse cover. Do you want me to show that or not? Skip it. It's
no, show it. I am not worried.
Okay, so I bought Penthouse issue number 3, and it comes polybagged because of the cover, and it's really not that bad. It's very Jenny Frison. I guess the problem is we've got guns and we have one woman with the hijab, so I'm not sure about that. But anyways, I'm starting to be a real big fan of this magazine, and I need to hunt down issue number 1. I really dug what I read of the second one, so I went ahead and grabbed it.
So I'm sorry, just a minute. People are saying that I can make you big by dragging you over, but when I drag you, it just seems to switch our position. So I'm not sure.
Oh, maybe when you're in the big one, drag me over and
okay, that's smart. Yeah. Oh, there we go. It worked. There. Okay. I like that better than erasing the other person entirely.
Gary, thank you, Gary.
Thank you very much, Gary and Travis.
So I bought this heavy metal. Now, the guy at my comic book shop, he said that they're not going to carry heavy metal anymore. And he said he wasn't sure if it's because they're going out of business or it's just not selling.
I don't think they exist at the moment.
So maybe this is one of the last issues of it.
They kept changing ownership.
Oh.
So maybe they're just coming back. What's the date on that?
This one is I did buy the earlier issue. This one is number 309, and they had a 311 there. And I don't know where I'm going to find the date on this.
Probably in some tiny print somewhere.
Let's see.
Well, I'll just say hi to Terrence. Sorry, 2021?
Oh, that's old.
Yeah, so that I think they've gone out of business, so to speak.
Oh.
They people keep buying heavy metal for its sort of cultural cachet, different movie companies and stuff, and the magazine suffered a lot because of that. Anyway, hello to Terrence, Comic Crack, and hello to the Gray Man over in England. It must be very late there. See, you can teach a new dog a new trick. After all, I just learned a new trick. Thanks.
Yep.
Thanks very much.
Me too.
I've been using StreamYard for years, and I had no idea. I thought I had to pay extra money to do this.
So the next one is because of you. So you sent me number 2.
Yes.
And I loved it so much that I went ahead and I really wanted to find this. I was hoping they would have issue number 1. They didn't. So I'm just like,
number 1 isn't as good as the other issues, although it does have the first installment.
How can I have 2 and 3 and 4 and not have number 1? Come on, I'm a collector. You can't tell me it's not as good. I still want it.
You're not collecting those crossword puzzle books.
No, I'm not. So I got that one. I was hoping that they had the Virgin cover, but they didn't. I much prefer Virgin covers.
So here's our What Heavy Metal's No More. Whatnot Publishing was going to revive it, but it fell through.
Oh, that's too bad.
And Whatnot, I think, had a lot of publishing plans, and then it kind of has dissipated.
I think with the ones that I'm about to show you, the magazine format is kind of coming back in, and so this would be a good time to try it.
Right, if someone with money would buy the.
Yeah. So this is the only DC comic I bought. Now I'm not sure if I have this or not, but I didn't want to pass it up. So this is Dear Detective, and it's basically a bunch of Lee Bermejo covers thrown into a story. So it's basically a way to have all Lee Bermejo
It's
art.
a good way to have a Lee Bermejo poster book. Yeah.
Yeah,
Cool.
and I already have a poster book of his. I'm a huge fan of his art, except he did some Superman comics, and I didn't think his style fits Superman at all.
I agree. Yeah, I did not like that Superman he did.
And so I never even bought any of those.
I'm just going to go back to the Conan discussion.
Yeah.
Gary says 3 is the best issue overall. Solomon Kane story overall 3 is great. Well, so I love the Patrick Zurcher story too. I still think issue 2 is the best one, but I mean, we can agree to disagree. Issue 3 had a lot of great stuff in it, though.
And I think Rockin' Robbie, he said issue number 1 was the best. So
wow,
very subjective.
Wow. That shocks me.
Yeah, someone I
especially because it was hard to even see the art in issue number 1.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of Lee Bermejo, I grabbed this. So this is called A Vicious Circle. And even though this was book 2, and I usually don't buy second books without the first one, it had Lee Bermejo art. And when I went to the desk, I was like, oh, what's going on with this book? And he said, oh, it was just optioned. And so issue number 1 sold out. And so I was like, crap. So, when you open this up, I mean, it's got this face splatter. I mean, look at this Bermejo art that's not Batman. And so I want to see what he's like. I mean, look at this stuff.
So did he write that one himself?
I don't think so, because there's another name called Mattson Tomlin. I haven't heard that name before,
but yeah, usually the first name is the writer and the second name the artist.
Yeah, I'm sure it says it in here. Written by Mattson Tomlin.
Is that a current comic?
Yeah, this one is. It says 2023.
Oh, okay, so relatively new.
Well,
I totally missed that then.
June 2023. Is that a year old?
Hey, Joe.
That's weird. I thought it was brand new.
Well, they didn't sell them all, so they must have left them on the shelf.
Yeah. And
for anyone who doesn't know, Pocan Joe has a great channel. He reviews comic books every week, usually pretty DC heavy, but a wide variety of books.
Oh, well, I need to sub to him. I'm not sure. I'm familiar with Pocan Joe.
Pocan Joe.
The rest are distillery. I'm just going to say distillery. So I came
How
across.
Else can you say it?
I know. I came DSTLRY. I came across these on your channel, and I've been watching Rockin' Robbie the last couple of weeks because I'm hoping that he will be reviewing these too, and he doesn't review these. And I'm kind of surprised because I think these are such good comics in this magazine format.
Well, a couple, when they came out, people didn't like them, and maybe he's just sort of assumed he's not liking them, or I don't know.
Maybe.
Or maybe he doesn't get them in advance or something.
So I read issue number 1, and I really, really liked it. So I grabbed the second issue, and I think this is the one I saw on your channel. When I saw the really cool art and the style of it, the glossiness, everything about it, I was like, oh, gosh, I really want to try this.
And I have those, but I haven't read them yet. They have incredible art.
I really liked issue 1. There was a couple of things that had me on the edge of my seat. I think I said that about there was child endangerment, and I was like really wondering what was going to happen. And then there was one that I think you said wasn't very good. And was it this one, Gone?
I didn't like Gone, but I only read issue 2, to be fair.
Oh, so I got issue 1 and 2.
I like the art, but not the story.
Yeah, I like how they're kind of like glossy in parts. Do you see like, oh, I put the wrong one down. The planet is glossy in this one, and then like the spaceship will be glossy.
Yeah, I think they call that spot gloss or something like that.
Oh, okay. Well, this has got spot gloss, and so I'm looking forward to reading it. Now, I really wanted the White Boat. Is that what it was called?
Yeah, but only you got the first issue, and that's all that's out so far. Number 2's not out.
That one was really good too.
That's my favorite that I've read so far.
I'm digging these distillery magazine style comics, and these are the ones that I really wanted. And when I went to the shop, it's just this cool format, magazine size, great to see art this way. And so it's getting me back into the local comic book shop, and it's getting me to spend a lot more money. Your fault. Okay, those are all the magazines that I have.
Okay. Let me readjust things. I guess I just pull myself over. There we go. Okay, I went to 2 comic shops today to get new books, and then I did get some old ones. So I'll just do the new ones at the moment.
I want to see all of them.
I picked up, well, I will eventually show them all. I picked up Peep Show. Have you heard of Peep Show?
No, but I want it now.
Well, sadly, this fellow died.
Oh.
Just recently, and I think he was just 60 years old.
Oh, that's sad.
And he, Chester Brown, and and Seth were the famous indie Canadian comic book artists of the 90s. And around the same time that Daniel Clowes was getting well known. And he does super sort of confessional kind of comics where he airs all his own dirty laundry, his masturbation habits, and all kinds of embarrassing things.
Well, he's on the cover.
And he had, I'm not sure if he'd been working at another job, but he hadn't put out an issue of Peep Show in a really long time. And he died, and I guess they found that he had enough material for one last issue. So it just came out this week from Fantagraphics, $6.99.
Well, that's sad.
A little expensive, but
that's a great cover. Yeah. I love that cover.
So I recommend collecting all the Peep Shows. There's not that many of them. This is issue 15. So there's 15 issues total. If you can find them in back issue boxes, they're really good. Especially if you like, confessional type of comics. In fact, it is Terrence Comic Crack who got me into Peep Show in the first place.
Wow.
So thank you, Terrence. And
it's like a chain, because now I want that. I didn't see it at the store when I was there.
Some of his friends finished it off. Oh, so I'll have to take a close. I just picked this stuff up. I haven't looked at any of it. A comic book I love, and my daughter loves too, so we read it together out loud because it's a satire on superheroes, is My Bad, which is written by Mark Russell and his friend Bryce Ingman, and it has really good art by Peter Krause. So it's a really cool. If you like satires on superheroes, it's a really cool comic.
I almost bought the first 2 issues of it when I was in the comic book store, based on your recommendation. I just had too much. I had to put stuff back.
So anyway, there's a lot. I got the 4th issue of Red Coat. Love these wraparound covers.
Yeah, that's great.
Red Coat has amazing art. I'm not sure what I'm looking at here, but yeah. So I'm really looking forward to that too. I didn't love the first issue of this, but I bought the 2nd issue anyway. It's only 4 issues. And Robbie was talking about it and saying it might be something where you read all 4 issues together. And I think he's right. So I think I'm just going to collect these, and then when it's all done, read it. I picked up from last week Public Domain, which is about a kind of Jack Kirby-ish artist who gets the rights back to one of his characters called The Domain. Yeah. And I bought The Domain last week, but I didn't pick up Public Domain. So they're actually publishing the comic that this guy is trying to revive. So it's very meta. And then The Rocketeer breaks free. They keep bringing back The Rocketeer at IDW with different creators. And
gorgeous art.
Well, I mean, it's not going to live up to the original Rocketeer art, but it looks pretty good. So I thought I'd give it a try.
The cover art looks really good.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of cool cover art. I hadn't thought about it. It's
Yeah.
San Francisco, your old town.
Yeah, I saw that in the shop today.
Yeah, that's a pretty good.
That was their
pretty
pick of the week.
Yeah, maybe this will be really good. I hope so. Other Rocketeer, when it's not Dave Stevens, when other people have done it, have been okay, but haven't floated my boat a whole lot. Always very excited for some more Stan Sakai, Usagi Yojimbo.
I've never read an issue of that. I'm really bad. I need to. And
I kind of now wish Superman weren't on my pull list because we're going into the Absolute Power event.
No thanks.
And yeah, so, and then this new book from Gerard Way from what's this group called?
Umbrella Academy.
Well, he did Umbrella Academy, but he's a famous rock star too. Right?
My Chemical Romance.
My Chemical Romance, right?
Hey, I knew something.
And this one is drawn by Chris Weston, who's a really good artist who I haven't seen in a while. But apparently, my comic book store guy said it came bagged and boarded because it's some kind of foil die cut, and they were afraid it would get hurt. So I haven't opened it up yet. I don't actually love this cover, but I've seen some inside pages on someone's video, and that was pretty cool. Okay, I'll pass it back to you for now.
I got albums.
So... Actually, let me see if there's any more. No, there's no more comments. So yeah, let's continue.
Okay, so I'll break my comics in half. I mean, my albums in half. Okay. So I went to a local brewery. I did not know that Los Angeles has a lot of really cool local breweries. So on Yelp, it said they opened at 12, and when I got there, they were closed. But like two doors down, there's
12 noon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And a couple doors down is a local record store that I sometimes go to, and they have a lot of dollar bin stuff. And, it's hit or miss, but they put a whole bunch of classical in, and I was very happy because a lot of this stuff is difficult to find in good condition. Now, most people do not like these albums that I'm about to show, but this is right up my alley. That's why I get them for $1. So I got this one. I don't know why it's hard for me to center this. So this is, I'm not going to pronounce that correctly, Gate Parisienne. So it's Arthur Fiedler. And, it's like can music. But look at that cool cover.
And people hate that, you're saying?
It's why it's in the dollar bin. Like, nobody wants these albums. But I buy my albums for the gorgeous cover art.
Right, but I mean, I would love to hear can music done by the Boston Philharmonic. That could be very interesting.
Yeah, and the next one I got was Nathan Milstein. Now, I might have this one. It looked familiar, but for $1, I love the cover. I can't get this to...
Is that a painting? That looks really nice.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm having trouble with the perspective here, putting this in the middle.
Yeah, it's okay. You can see most.
Now, this one is really dirty, and I'm hoping it's going to clean up. Because the image is gorgeous. It's just this guy, like a conductor. But
it's hard to see that one.
Yeah, it is hard because of the colors. But like I said, if this would clean up, it would be really...
That's an odd title. Overtures in Spades.
Yeah, I wonder what this is about. Overture in Spades.
Is it just meaning there's a lot of overtures on this album, or does it have some extra meaning?
It says, of the 6 overtures in this album, 5 were composed as introductions to romantic, musical, dramatic productions, and the 6th, although apparently blah, 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 is in the genre. I don't know.
So I guess...
for these overtures, no, I don't know.
I guess they just thought saying in spades made it sound groovier or something.
Maybe. I don't know what the connection is.
It's kind of an old expression, I guess.
I don't think I should have bought this one. Tears of a Gypsy. I don't know why I grabbed this, but it just looked fun. And you just got this guy on a violin. I just thought
it could be great music. I love gypsy jazz.
Yeah. The song titles are all in a foreign language with English next to them. I don't know.
I can
It's
see the titles.
Lendve Kalman and his Gypsy Band. I don't know if I can get them close.
And you got that for $1 also?
Yeah, these are all $1.
So I think
Okay.
that's great. I mean, for $1, you can try brand new music.
I'm all out. If I don't like them, put them in the trash. Look at this pretty cover. Petrushka. Look at that.
Is that a Russian ballet or something?
Yeah. Stravinsky. Ballet. Complete ballet. The next one, you're gonna have to give me some insight onto this one. Fireside Theater predicts that in the next world, you're on your own. It's this weird
Fireside Theater. I think it was a like a comedy troupe back in the old days.
Look at these insects playing baseball.
Yeah, so it might be a bunch of comedy skits or something.
I don't know. It's just I couldn't pass it up for $1. I mean, this is just weird. Why are insects playing baseball?
Because no one else wants to play it.
No one else. I think the color on this one is unfortunate. I don't think brown is the best color for this. But this is Carmen Cavallaro. Tonight We Love. And Carmen is the poet of the piano. So
the internet says the Fireside Theater was an American surreal comedy troupe who first appeared in 1966 on a Los Angeles radio program. They continued appearing on the radio, blah, 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 through 1969. So it's a 60s kind of thing.
Huh. Interesting. That's probably a repress, like a cheap.
So, I mean, you'll get to listen to some old sense of humor there.
Skits, yeah. This one, I've heard people do Shakespeare in song before, and it's always interesting. And this is a full album of this guy doing Shakespeare's greatest hits, the music.
I wonder if you could play that on your channel without getting a copyright hit.
Probably. But
it seems so obscure.
Okay, this next one I probably shouldn't have bought, but it's Julio Iglesias, A Mexico. And when I started looking at all the song titles, I knew most of the songs. And so I was like, I got to try this out.
Do you know those songs because of your husband, or would you know that music other?
No, he plays a lot. Like Julio usually does a lot of covers, right?
Right.
And so he's most likely covering people who, famous songs from other people.
Right.
I think. I'm not an expert.
Was Julio Mexican, or is he just aiming that particular record at Mexicans?
I'm pretty sure he was Mexican.
Oh, okay. I thought he was from Spain, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, okay, now
I don't know much about Julio.
I don't know exactly which countries.
I don't know anything. He's probably from Mexico.
And then I got this double album from. We lost Sleepy. Am I still on? If we lost Sleepy, I don't know. I'm just going to keep talking and hope I'm still on. So this is a double album of Bernstein's, the Copeland album. And we have this awesome gatefold.
Picked out of StreamYard. It just popped me right out.
And I know, and I was wondering, I was asking the audience, if you're gone, am I still live? Because you're
apparently you were still live, yeah. So I don't know what you said, but I could see you silently on my phone by yourself.
Oh, that's good, because I was showing this double album of Bernstein Copeland, and I love this.
I have that album.
Oh, wow. So
I went through a Copeland phase. I went through a Copeland phase back in the 90s when record albums were really cheap, and I bought a bunch of Copeland albums.
Oh, well, this one, I'm buying it more for Bernstein, but yeah, that's fine too. All right, you're up.
He's one of the great American composers.
Yeah. Yeah.
One of the few great American composers. I don't think we have that many. So here's one I bought because of you. I became aware of this because of you.
Wow. Did you like that cover more than the one where he's diving in all the gold?
Because it's old, it's like a month old or something. I only had a choice of two covers, this or the Frank Miller cover.
Oh, you didn't want Frank Miller.
Looked like he drew with his eyes closed.
That's awesome.
It was so bad. I mean, some of the current Frank Miller covers, I can see there's a certain wacky coolness to them, but the So I'm excited for this. It's because of your review. So if I don't like it, I can blame you entirely.
You can blame me. I can take the heat.
I love to blame you.
Yeah.
And I got the second issue of Batman Gotham by So these are from the second store I went to. Gotham by Gaslight, issue number 2, The Kryptonian Age, which is written by Andy Diggle, art by Leandro Fernandez. I think that's the art is probably what has me excited.
Yeah, I'm just inundated with Batman. There's like so much. Oh, there you go. You
And
got
then
it.
I gave in. I decided, well, let's give this a second issue because I did like the art and I'm intrigued by what the story might be.
Awesome. I'm glad.
And this weird robot love story, Love Me, a romance story about a future where robots are a big part of the workforce, but everyone hates them. And our robot hero falls in love with this woman, and now he's searching for her because she got involved with the mob.
That art is neat.
The art is really neat. The story is kind of silly, but it's fine. It's fine. So yeah, I'm looking forward to just enjoying the art in this one.
I like that art.
Deadweight's number 4. I think I have 1, 3, and 4 now, so I need to find issue 2. Deadweights is about.
I heard that issue wasn't very good, so you're okay.
Uh-oh.
No, I'm playing on what you said before.
Deadweights is about some minor supervillains, the kind that just always get beat up right away, who try to go straight.
Oh, they're gay?
Sorry, I don't have a modern term then for going onto the straight and narrow with the law.
Yeah.
And I'm super excited for this one, Mugshots. I love the first issue. It has this kind of monochromatic art that is very reminiscent of
Darwin Cook.
Darwin Cook, yes, thank you. My brain was going blank. Yes, so this is like getting some extra Darwin Cook.
That looks fun.
Yeah, and it's about mobsters in England, and I forget someone gets mixed up with the mob, and they get kidnapped, and their uncle, who is also in the mob, is trying to rescue them. So those are all the new ones. Shall I show the used books I got today now, or shall we switch back to you for a bit?
It's up to you. I only have I have about like 8 to 10 things left.
Okay, well I'll show. So
and I have my beer cans to show.
From the dollar bin, I got this Tarzan the Warrior, and I never even knew that this company, Malibu Comics, had the Tarzan franchise.
Wow.
And it's from the 90s, and it looks like they're trying to make him extreme.
Yeah.
So I got issue 1 of that. It says, "You've never seen Tarzan like this before."
You're right, I haven't.
and I got issue 2, where he looks like he's fighting like lizard men or something.
Wow. That is a weird style of art.
See if this is any good. And then the other, let's see, we've got Psychotronic Squirt Gun in the house. Hello, Aaron. Aaron, who has a new album out. The group is called Psychotronic Squirt Gun. Hello, Scotty. I think I got a horse. Hello, Lead Paint. So at the my secondary comic book store, they don't have many back issues, but they have this section of curated back issues by the author Douglas Woke, who wrote the book All the Marvels. So each book has a little note on it saying why he thinks you might be interested in it.
And hey, come on, that's personalized.
This is called Murder from Renegade Press, and it says, I'm losing the light in here, 1986 anthology with Steve Ditko, Dan Day, etc., doing weird black and white stuff. So I like Dan Day and I like Steve Ditko, so I just thought I never even heard of it before, but there we go.
Oh, that's worth $1. Come on.
Yeah, but these were $3.
Oh, I don't know about that then.
Yeah, so they don't have a dollar bin at this store, but their curated comics are.
I want to
$3
just
a
color
piece.
it in.
And some of them seemed like dollar books, and some of them seemed a little better than that. Like this is definitely a dollar book, or even a 50-cent book. Ray Bradbury comics.
Oh, I have that and I want that. How much did you pay for that?
I paid $3. All the rest of these I paid $3 for.
I'd want to pay $1 for that. I used to have a whatever, how many there was in that series.
It has one page drawn by Mobius, and that's its big selling point.
Wow.
Yeah, I remember liking this series. I think I read the first few issues back. I think it was in the 90s.
They always had interesting covers too.
Yeah, I recognize that artist style. I can't. Is it Jeffrey Jones or someone else? Anyway, so there's that. Now this I think was well worth $3, maybe more. Time Warp.
Oh yeah.
Number 2.
I had those.
Which was a DC anthology, which I really like.
Yeah.
And there's probably there's Steve Ditko. There's probably all kinds of classic old artists in there.
Yeah.
Oops. John Stout, my good friend. I was just having coffee with him yesterday. I love hanging out with John Stout.
Wow.
There's Lead Paint again. Scotty, $3 for one comic. How atrocious!
Yeah, I paid a lot for them.
You got to grab the comics that are in front of you.
I would have bought that.
Yeah,
that one I would have bought.
This one feels worth $3.
Yeah.
This is an EC reprint I'd never seen before. Aces High.
What? I need those. I need all.
That was pretty exciting.
Yeah.
And I don't know. This is probably a dollar comic, but Cerebus World Tour featuring. It just gives titles, but it says in here that it has Barry Windsor Smith, Gene Day, Marshall Rogers, and Chester Brown in here.
Oh.
So I think it has a bunch of different people doing little Cerebus nods.
Oh, interesting. I've never read Cerebus, whatever his name is.
Well, it's not. It's Cerebus. He misspelled. He meant to spell Cerebus, or however you say the dog's name, but he misspelled it. So anyway, I think it's a hodgepodge of stories in here.
The three-headed dog, Cerberus?
Cerberus. He meant to spell Cerberus, but he misspelled it.
Oh.
And since it was an aardvark and not a dog, I guess it's fine. And this is the Cerberus Jam. This is where a bunch of different artists all came in and jammed together on a Cerebus story.
Wow.
Iron Maiden. Wait, I'm lost.
Yeah, sometimes I can't make heads or tail of the comments.
No, I just lost track of it. Time Warp looks great. Hi, Aaron. Is Dr. Frankenfurter in Time Warp? Probably not. Iron Maiden. I'm not sure what that. Maybe there was an Iron Maiden mentioned in one of these.
I don't know.
Thanks, Aaron. And Cerebus. Yeah. So Cerebus has a sweet spot of where it got really good and then it got horrible. He did 300 issues. So the early issues are definitely look like work by a fan work where he was just sort of spoofing Conan to the best of his ability. And then it got really, really sophisticated. And then it got really boring towards the end. I don't know. He had some philosophical idea in his head that he wanted to share, but it didn't really work. Let's see. Maybe he wants you to iron a maiden. I only iron dress pants. Scotty is very good with the sophisticated jokes. This is definitely a 50-cent book, but
Welcome Back, Cotter.
Because I hadn't stumbled across a Welcome Back, Cotter book in a long time.
It's even falling apart.
And some of them are written by my friend Scott Edelman, and this one is. So I've never read any Scott Edelman Welcome Back, Cotter, but I've heard him talk about writing it, so I always wanted to read some Scott Edelman Welcome Back, Cotter. And plus, it's Iggy Pop's favorite idol, Vinnie Barbarino.
Vinny. I used to remember watching him.
And this one I think is worth more than $3. Adventures into the Unknown from ACG Comics.
Oh, perfect. So that makes up for the ones you overpaid for.
With the obscure superhero Nemesis. And you might really enjoy Nemesis' outfit. It's very classy.
Yeah. I'm not sure which one is which.
Oh, sorry. The guy in red with the striped underwear.
Is the Nemesis?
Yes. Very, very dangerous looking.
All right, I'm getting ready.
Oh, his first concert was Power Slave, so they're talking about Iron Maiden.
I saw that concert.
Maybe you and Scott were there together.
In Cleveland.
There's a Vinnie Barbarino doll? Huh. I thought, Scott, I thought you had a wet sense of humor. Sorry. And finally, Sergio Aragonés Destroys DC.
Oh, that one's fun.
And I'm a huge Sergio Aragonés fan. I might actually already have this. I didn't check, but
that's cute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who doesn't want to destroy DC?
Yeah.
Okay, that was a lot of comics. Sorry for hogging up so much.
No, don't worry. So, like I said, I have like 10 more albums. I don't know if you want me to do 5 and then you do some.
You can go ahead and do all 10. Well, whichever you prefer.
Okay. So about half of them are dollar albums. I'm going to fill out my dollar albums. So this one, I dug that cover painting. I don't know.
Harpsichord?
Falla or Falla, Nights in the Garden of Spain.
It's a nice title, but I've never heard of that.
I don't know if that's the record company or what. Oh no, that's the composer, Manuel de Falla.
Never heard of him. So that's like a deep cut in the classical world, probably.
Deep dive. Now, this one I was on the fence about. I almost put this one back, but in the end, I was like, it's fun.
I like that cover. If you're just buying for covers, I would definitely approve of that.
That's another one. Andre Clayton's. Who knows that one? Beethoven Symphony No. 9 choral.
I guess there was a 12-inch and an 8-inch Vinnie Barbarino doll.
Look at that. Come on, isn't that an awesome album cover for $1? Spanish guitar. Tony Mottola. Yeah. And
I assume does that mean, do you think that means flamenco or Spanish classical guitar?
I don't know. I'm not.
Oh,
I don't
You'll
know.
find out when you listen to it.
Yeah. So I don't know. I just thought that art was pretty cool. Okay, 2 more dollar albums. Perthy Faith and his orchestra, Delicado. Look at that. Isn't that good?
Wow.
Put that in the screen.
Yeah.
That's gorgeous.
She's got some Come Hither.
And then my final dollar album was kind of fun, proggy type art. A New Life, the Marshall Tucker Band. And this is
God, I used to hate them.
Well,
Sorry.
this one has this great gatefold sleeve, so I went ahead and grabbed it.
You know, when you were a kid and your only way to get music was listen to the radio, and then certain bands would come on and it was sort of unbearable, but you were waiting for the band you liked. That's what Marshall Tucker was for me. It's like, oh, not them again.
Okay.
So I can't even remember what their songs were anymore.
I'm sure I know one. The rest I paid more money for. So
by the way, did you see that Scotty wants to know if the Spanish guitar has a translation?
No.
It's another clever
all
joke.
Instrumental.
It's another more dry humor.
Yeah, I know. That's all. Yeah. You just got to translate it yourself. So I almost didn't get this one because it's a little bit dirty kind of looking. But when I saw the song titles on this one, I actually have this on my record player. Theme from Goldfinger, theme from the Monsters, theme from Bewitched. I was like, I couldn't pass that one up.
I wonder what the Creeper is.
I know, doesn't that sound weird? The Creeper.
So what instrument is he playing? Or is he singing?
The incredible Jimmy Smith. No, these are instrumentals. I don't know what he plays.
But you've listened to it a little bit?
He plays that giant piano thing.
Wow.
Yeah, I
Okay.
started listening to it, and I was like, but this one it
It was
wasn't bad.
$1, so it's worth trying. That's the
No,
nice thing when
these
it was
are
more
I'm
than
into
$1.
my expensive ones now. I paid 6 for
Oh.
this.
Oh, well, that's still it's nothing
Yeah,
compared to your husband's $75 album.
I know. Here's another one that I almost didn't buy. I'm a huge Cole Porter fan, and this
I
is
thought you were going to say you bought it for the legs.
well, I did because of the cover. I mean, but the problem is this one is a little. It's not mint. It's to pay $6
Uh-huh.
for an album to me that isn't mint. But I'm such a huge Cole Porter fan that I went ahead and did it anyway, and that is a really cool
So
cover.
would these be instrumental versions? Does Dave Brubeck doesn't sing, I don't think.
Yeah, these are instrumental. I'm pretty sure, unless he has somebody singing on the album, that's conceivable. Another one I also paid $6 for was this Lindisfarne. I like the art on it. I thought it was fun.
What
So
does
this
it
one is from
say
the
on the town or something?
It's Fog on the Tyne.
Oh, okay. So it's something British.
Yeah, and this one I thought, oh, 1972. Let me hear something, with that pretty cool album art.
So do you think that that's classical or rock or
No,
something
no,
else?
that's going to be like I think Lindisfarne
Or
is kind of
folk?
like Fairport Convention kind.
Okay, like folk rock.
Folk, yeah, I think that.
British folk rock.
Mm-hmm. Lena, the Latin. Look at Lena getting all culturally inappropriate. She's appropriating another culture. But look at that awesome
Who
cover.
is that? That's Lex Luthor's sister or daughter or something.
Lena Luthor? Yeah, this is Lena Horne, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, Lena Horne. Oh, okay.
Wait, is that
I
right?
forgot all about Lena Horne.
Yeah, Lena like Latin. So this has a lot of standards from this moment on. Night and Day, Old Devil Moon, My Blue Heaven. I mean, this is going to be a blast, and that one was $6.
Okay, I've been missing some interesting
Comments.
I
only have 2 more to show.
Cool old themes. Love. I'm not sure what that means anymore because I missed them in the context. Jimmy Smith is legendary. Was that the one doing all the TV covers?
Yeah.
Jimmy Smith. Maybe he means the Creeper.
No, the Creeper, yeah.
The Fog on the Tyne is all mine, all mine. The Fog on the Tyne is all mine. Oh, so maybe it's a well-known British song. Vinnie Barbarino also has the same body as Mork from Ork. I think he's talking about the Vinnie Barbarino doll.
Yeah, I have the Mork from Ork cards. I have those near me somewhere.
When are you going to start collecting dolls of celebrities?
No, I'm going to leave that for Scotty. He can do whatever he wants to his little Vinnie Barbarino doll in private. All right, so
get him together with Barbie.
This is
there's more. Wow,
two more.
Does it say Aries?
Yeah, so this one is based on the signs of the Capricorn, and I believe they put out an album for every Capricorn sign. Wow, and I've been seeing these around, and that's
a great. I love that cover. Actually, of all the covers you've shown, that's my favorite.
Yeah, and so this one was actually 10, and I thought, let me try it. And I actually asked the guy in the shop, and he started playing it. It's weird. So maybe I'll get used to it, but it's strange. And then the last one I saved. I wish, what's his name were here? Cinema Paradiso, Libro Paradiso. I wish he were here because I think he would like this cover.
AKA Gore Vidal.
I just thought, well, first of all, I love this piece of music.
I think he would love that picture. Yeah.
Scheherazade. And I paid $8 for this, but I wasn't going to pass it up because look at that gorgeous cover.
Yeah.
I thought that was the find of the day. I love the music.
I agree with you. It probably is the find. And did you pay $75 for that?
$8. No, I would never normally pay that. My husband wanted it so bad. And it's just
Good Night Gray. Good Night Gray. Scheherazade is great music too.
Yeah, I love that one.
I don't know who the composer is, but I know I've heard that.
Isn't it Rimsky?
He thinks celebrity dolls are fun. I agree. I think it is fun to have celebrity dolls. That's kind of cool.
Rimsky-Korsakov.
Sorry, Rimsky-Korsakov. Right. Yeah. There used to be a coffee house around here called Rimsky-Korsakov, and And
a little
every table was composer themed.
Whoa, that's cute.
And each table had a different gimmick. Like there was one that slowly turned around. So as you were talking to your friend, you'd slowly notice that your coffee cup keeps moving away from you.
Weird.
And another one, the table went through the wall, and they occasionally would move the table in and out. So your table will get bigger or smaller.
Oh.
Oh,
Yeah, this
you
place
mentioned
smells
his
weird.
name, and he shows up.
Gore! Did you see the cover I showed for you?
Show it again. Show it again. Just
That's for you. You just went through a stressful move, so look at those boobies. I actually showed some boobies earlier, Gore.
I doubt Gore would say boobies. He would say breasts.
Oh. Do I sound, what was that? Do I sound colloquial or something? Boobies. Everybody, I'm gay.
Good night, Aaron.
Breastises. Boobies.
Yeah, so we were just talking about you, Gore, but under your other name.
Libro Paradiso.
Libro Paradiso, yes. Yeah. Gore says, it's pretty funny. I showed up shortly before you showed the lifelines.
Yeah, I don't know. Don't question him. He's going to get his lawyer.
I think I think Scotty's currently bidding on some Vinnie Barbarino dolls. Good night, Aaron. Okay, so is it my turn now?
Yeah, and I'm
have more?
Actually done. No, I'm done.
You're done. Okay.
I showed I have 3 beer cans to show. That's it. My X-Men crap. I bought this today, everybody. X-Men. Pretty cool, huh? $11.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm grabbing stuff while you're entertaining the audience.
Yeah, I'm just
such as it is.
I'll show my beer cans. So I'm getting into these beer cans, and I just love the art on these things. This is from paperback. Look at that. This has got to be the best one. Look at how adorable that beer can is. That's Poppy. Look at him.
Wow.
So cute. So, what do you think of those beer cans?
I bet someone could make a lot of money custom making beer cans with people's pets on them.
Yeah, that's the last one I'm going to show. Bortz. But he's
Lifelines equals breasts. Okay, that's a new one for me. Sorry, can. Show us your can again.
Yeah, you want to see the beer can? I'm done.
The one that you showed where I showed a comment over it.
Oh, this is just, it's like a wizard sitting in the, I don't know. So yeah, I'm kind of getting into these cans. They're so cool.
So Scotty is considering a Mr. Cotter doll for $35. I'm not sure what dolls are worth.
Yeah, I wouldn't know.
Lifelines equals breasts.
Yeah, we heard.
I think of them as pillows, but don't tell my wife. Is the beer any good, Elisa?
Yep, I've been enjoying these, and they're all made in Los Angeles. It's really cool.
Wow. Horseshack is $23.99 free shipping. Buy it now. I would make an offer.
Yeah, I make offers on the dolls. Oops, $13.99. Well, he's getting cheaper. Poor Horseshack. I like Horseshack the most.
Most often these days, if you just start watching something on a buy it now thing, and you start watching it, they offer you a cheaper price like a few days later.
Yeah, they send it to your email.
Yeah, that's a relatively new thing, but it seems to happen a lot. Migos are generally expensive. Yeah, I know there's a lot of Migo collectors.
Okay. Time for you to make your.
Gore likes Cotter's wife. You know, I remember liking Cotter's wife too, and wondering, can I be that nerdy looking and get a wife like that? When I was a kid. My wife's much better, of course. There's no make an offer on this. Yeah, I hit the heart. Oh, yeah, I hope you get an offer.
Yeah.
But that Horseshack price sounds good.
Yeah.
So at some point, I was at Powell's bookstore. I think it was Powell's. And I collect Perry Rodin books. I don't know how many people are familiar with that.
Make yourself bigger.
Yes, all right. Oops. I got to do the drag over trick.
Hmm.
Have you heard of Perry Rodin?
No, but that's number 66.
So it was a weekly magazine in Germany that published a short novel or novella a week about this character, Perry Rodan. And as time went on, his sort of galactic adventures kept expanding and expanding.
Wow.
And so there's thousands, it's been going on since like the early 1960s in Germany. And so at some point in the 70s, they translated and sold it on a twice a month basis, I believe. And as a kid, I subscribed to it for a little while. So it's kind of half book, half magazine. Anyway, I've determined to collect all 114 or however many there are.
How many do you have so far?
About? I'm not sure.
Like 20, 40, 80?
70.
Wow.
So, and I sort of was at the store and decided, okay, I'm going to get all they have that I need. I'm just going to buy them all.
Whoa.
So these aren't in order, but there's 66.
Oh, you're going to get me if they're not in order. I need to have them in numerical order. I'm going to explode. No, I'm joking.
They don't have his wife. I don't know the name of his wife, just Mrs. Cotter.
Yeah.
Yeah, Scotty may start everyone's going to start collecting Welcome Back Cotter dolls. So this one's called The Horror. So they had like a stable of about 8 writers who took turns writing these novels. At least in English translation, they're horrible, but I didn't notice that as a kid. And now I just want to own them all just to collect them for fun.
Okay, that one's interesting.
And all their covers, or almost all their covers, are painted by Gray Morrow, who was also a comic book artist, but he was a very good pulp kind of painter. The Thrall of Hypno.
That's very 60s psychedelic.
Yeah. Yeah, these came out in the early 70s. But they do have that.
Barrier X.
The Secret Barrier X. The Menace of the Mutant Master.
Dang.
Yeah, so if you like to collect for pulp covers, Perry Rodan's very fun.
Mutants versus Mutants.
Mutants versus Mutants. Peril on Ice Planet.
Wow. That's a giant moon.
Yes.
I thought it was a hole in the cave wall, but it's the moon.
Yeah, I don't know if it would be stable if our moon were that close to our planet, but I always wish it were.
It's gigantic. Blazing
Sun, book number 86.
Well, that sun doesn't look too blazing. It's very cold.
This one has a back cover picture of Perry Rodan.
Look at him being statuesque.
Yes. It's very militaristic. Like, he's the leader of the Space Navy, so he's the most important person on Earth and eventually in the galaxy. And here in number 108, they changed styles. This almost looks like the kind of painting they would do on. This is not Gray Morrow.
I like those better, full page, full cover.
Yeah,
I like them better than having.
I kind of like the.
I don't like the white framing.
The trade dress like that.
Yeah.
This makes it more just like any science fiction book without the trade dress.
Caller from Eternity.
Caller from Eternity.
A cool title.
Let's see. So at the end of each chapter, they would have a little blurb. 50 adventures from now, you'll gasp at the gasp of the giant planet. So because there were so many books already published in Germany, they could predict what was coming in 50 or 100 or 200 adventures from now.
That's awesome. Crimson
of course,
Universe.
The Crimson Universe. Yep. Number 67. I like that one.
Yeah, that's pretty neat.
And Peril on Ice Planet. I already showed that one, so I accidentally bought the same one twice. Damn it.
Good. Now I get a copy.
I didn't even know that. Okay, and here I think this might be an original German cover.
Whoa. That one does look markedly different.
So I think that's how he looked in the early German ones.
Wow.
And this is number 12. I think some of the early ones come in a couple different editions.
Yeah.
This one is kind of beat up. There's like a chip out of the cover.
That's neat.
And here's the Fleet of the Springers. There were two groups of evil aliens. I can't remember what they're. One was called The Springers, and one was called something else.
The Jerrys and the Springers.
Yes,
the Jerrys and the Springers.
And here's the last one: Conflict Center Nator, number 77.
Nator.
And the other thing they would do to pad them out, because they're very short novels, is they would, at the back of each one, they would
give you a section on the next one.
Well, that, and they would have like a letters page and like a Stan Lee's bullpen, but they would also often have a reprint of a Golden Age story. I'm trying to find.
Oh, cool!
That
I've never seen those.
Yeah, so here they call it a shock short. So yeah, I was fascinated by these as a kid. I tried reading a few as an adult, and the writing was exorable. I mean, it really is hard to read, but I love the idea of collecting them all anyway. And my wife is probably thinking, what am I going to do with these when he dies?
Ooh, don't say that. Yeah, don't say that.
Okay, do you have anything more, or
no?
I have some more books that I bought on this. So I must have gone in. I don't even remember. This must have been a few months ago. And then there's been so much turmoil in my house with construction and stuff. I haven't really sorted through these.
No, show your books.
A. Merritt. Have you heard of that author from the early 20th century? 7 Footprints to Satan.
Whoa.
I'm trying to remember. A. Merritt has a famous People of the Black Circle. No, I can't remember what the name of his famous book is, but he was very influential author on early science. He was more fantasy, but he was around the same time as early Edgar Rice Burroughs, I think.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Only seven steps to Satanism. It's
a short route. You gotta be careful.
That group, they already took those steps. The ones that you have the album for.
I should send them a copy of the book.
Lost
World of Time, with incredibly tiny byline of Lynn Carter.
Lynn Carter.
Are you familiar with Lynn Carter?
Not. I mean, I know the name. All over the place.
He specialized in pastiche novels, as they call them, or as he called them. So he did Conan novels. He did all these imitation John Carter of Mars novels. Like, they weren't called John Carter of Mars; they were something else. And he did Thongor the Barbarian, which was also a Conan pastiche. Well, you've probably seen the comic book Thongor the Barbarian. So he wrote so many pastiche novels. I don't know if this one will also be a pastiche. Destined to fulfill an ancient prophecy, the warrior Sargon strode through the gates of Chalcedon, the last refuge of a once proud empire. Oops, there goes my bottle. Here's an ace double. I'm also trying to, I'm not trying to collect every ace double, but I'm trying to collect a lot of science fiction.
I like those too.
This is an E.C. Tubb one, and I think E.C. Tubbs, most of his books were a series about a space captain who lost Earth and is trying to find it again. And I've never heard of this writer, Alex Dane. They put their sticker right over the cover. Yeah. I'm going to have to take it out of the bag to see it. Might as well. Looks like a man fighting a giant spider. The Bane of Canthos.
I love spiders. Giant spiders. That's cool.
Well, I'll try to remember to get you a giant spider for your birthday or Christmas.
No. The Bane of Canthos.
The funny thing about, now fantasy is so much more popular than science fiction. But back in the day, a lot of fantasy tried to disguise itself as science fiction. So you'd go on some weird planet and have basically a sword and sorcery adventure. Yeah. But it would be technically science fiction. So yeah. I guess that's it. What else is in my bag here? I guess there's a few more books. I don't know what they are. Oh, this is like a new book that I got at Barnes & Noble. It was 50% off. The Flowers of Buffoonery. So I think I just read the back of the cover and thought it might be interesting to read. And it's like 100 pages or something. And this is In the Miso Soup, another 50% off short novel. So I know nothing about these. And then I think I got this used, a biography of Jerzy Kosinski, who is an author I was fascinated by in the 80s. He wrote The Painted Bird. That's his most famous novel. I don't know if you've heard of it. Oh, and he wrote the novel Being There that became a famous Peter Sellers movie.
Peter Sellers, yeah.
And there was a lot of controversy around him. The Soviet Polish claimed he was a fake because he had escaped Soviet Poland, and a lot of his writing was, well, either anti-Nazi or anti-Soviet, depending on the novel. But so they kind of tarred his reputation, and it stuck eventually. That with the claim that he didn't really write his own novels. Anyway,
poor guy.
So I guess that's everything.
Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule to chat with me, the lowly Garage Geek.
To do a Garage Geek video on my channel.
Yeah.
Higgy Pop might know who Thongar is, I suspect.
Yeah.
Linda Cart. Yeah, there was a time when men were named Lynn, but it's not too often now. Captain and Tennille. Oh yeah. Tennille doll has no ears. Wow.
I like Tennille. Tony.
I hated that show when I was a kid.
Oh.
Pamela Anderson's the cheapest doll.
Would surprise me because she's so famous.
He ordered the same Spanish novel from Amazon, and each time he was sent a French book translation as overcoming my vaginismus.
I don't know.
The Definite Guide to Curing Vaginismus.
You need a cream for that. You need a cream for that.
I think Amazon is confused about who Gore Vidal is.
Maybe they aren't. Toni Tennille has an amazing voice. Sorry, and she does writing a lot of her own material. Sorry if you want to make fun of her. She's amazing. End of the story. There you go. And you can't go live to defend yourself, so whatever. Put your comments in the comments, and we'll ignore them. Toni Tennille is fabulous.
So for people who don't sub Mr. Garage Geek over here, he regularly covers comics, record albums, books, now beer cans. What else? What have I missed?
Anything I get my hands on.
He's an insane collector who can't stop.
I am. Yeah, I am. Right now, look, I'm going to have to get up. Hopefully you won't see me too much. I have these.
Did someone just not put ears on Toni Tennille or?
Chiquita. Here, how do I do this? I have these 3 Chiquita banana stickers. I love them. They're all the Mini-Me people. And I don't even like those movies.
Oh, they're the Minions.
And the Minions, not the Mini-Me. The Minions. And here, Despicable. I like these stickers that they put on Chiquita. And what's the other big? Dole. Wait, what's the other big banana company?
Dole and Chiquita, yeah.
Yeah, and they often have like stickers. They will have artists. They will have they have really interesting sticker sets. And right now they're doing the Despicable Me stickers, and little art pieces on your bananas that nobody even pays any attention to.
Right. I don't.
Oh, cool.
I have to go look at my bananas now.
I can't wait for the Toni Tennille set.
So Higgy thinks you're great. So I mean, he does a lot of drugs, so we can't really trust that.
But, yeah, no, he doesn't think I'm great. He thinks
David says you're out of control.
I am.
Well, Higgy's probably just typing on his phone, so I mistype on my phone every other word.
I'm not great. I'm Grittate.
You're Grittate.
I'm Grittate.
Grittate.
So I'm glad Gore's back. Gore, we need to do a live session with you to get you back into the swing of things.
Well, he's had a couple of recent ones on his Libro Paradiso.
Oh, really? I haven't seen them.
I think so.
I
thought I saw a new one just recently.
No, I'm joking. I did not. For some reason, when I was on vacation, now and I wasn't watching my videos regularly, so now not everybody's going in, I think, that they should. Great
See,
teeth.
you're a great teat.
My
Whatever
teeth
that
like
is.
to be touched. Was that too much?
Yes, that's too much, but it's more than I want to know.
All right.
By your dogs, I assume.
No. All see, some people lead paint. He knows, he or she.
For me, it's just my wife's, and
Oh.
I would like to touch them more.
Not your own?
No.
All right.
Is that kind of?
Is it that kind of party?
Uh-oh.
I think
Yeah.
he meant, is it that kind of party?
If you go on a live show with David, you better watch out. Gore.
Scotty's still on about his dolls. Mimi Bobek.
Yes. Maybe Scotty used to do a lot of videos. I need to
He
look
does,
and
and
see.
he shows off all of his dolls.
Yeah.
His toys, yeah.
I got to go check out Scotty's channel again.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you everyone for joining us. Great comments.
Thank you.
This was a really good Garage Geek video. I'm glad I was a guest on it, and I'll talk to you all later.
Or vice versa. Bye, everybody. Thank you.
Bye-bye.